When you lose to somebody, you don't know what to do sometimes.
Well, I mean, not committing crimes. That's number one. You're not having any unsupervised contact with minors. And honestly, before you get involved in somebody's life with children, you need to get your life together, who already has chaos in her life and can't even take care of her own children. I could revoke you and send you to prison for up to 20 years. There are consequences for actions. You're on deferred adjudication. Pick up the phone, call somebody. I'm not feeling well. Do your homework.
This might be one of the most unbelievable back-to-back courtroom moments I've seen in a while. First, we got a defendant trying to explain why he missed probation by pointing to something that happened years ago. Then, right after that, we watch a registered offender get removed from court-ordered treatment after allegedly trying to cheat a program that was literally helping keep him out of jail. 2 grown men. 2 opportunities to simply follow the rules, and somehow both managed to make their situations even worse. You can almost feel the judge's patience disappearing as each hearing unfolds. Let's get into it.
Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Daniel Escobar for the state of Texas.
Orlando Way for the defense.
And are you Mr. Aguilar?
Yes.
Are you the same Adam Edward Aguilar who was placed on deferred adjudication in 2022 for the offense of unauthorized use of a vehicle on January 9, 2023 for a period of 4 years? Is that you? All right, state.
Violated condition number 4 in Baird County, Texas. The defendant, Adam Edward Aguilar, the then there failed to report to the supervision officer as directed for the months of February and March 2023 in violation of condition number 4.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
True. Your Honor, state waives all the violations.
Any objections?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Why are you not reporting?
Well, to be honest, I had 2 jobs going on, and I started helping my fiance and my girlfriend with the kids. So a lot of stuff got on my road. So I started.
You need to speak up.
I started helping my girlfriend with her kids, and I had 2 jobs going on. I would do landscaping in the morning, and I would do pizza at night. And then sometimes I had to walk from work, and it would be a 3-hour walk from Eisenhower to Safefield College. So a lot of stuff was getting overwhelming. So the time I feel like it wasn't really important, but I know it is. My freedom is, but my family is too.
How could you not think this is important?
Well, at the time, like I said, it was a lot going on. So, and then the loss of my parents. So it's just a lot of things were going on.
When did the loss of your parents occur?
Well, my mom was in 2019, but
So you were placed on probation in 2023.
yeah, but the case I got was in 21.
No, but you were placed on probation in 2023, and you're saying your mom passed in 2019.
Trying to use a tragedy from years ago to explain why you missed probation recently is a pretty difficult argument to make. Grief can obviously affect people in complicated ways, but it doesn't automatically erase current court obligations. From the outside, it feels less like an explanation for the missed probation and more like an attempt to find a reason serious enough to make the judge overlook what happened. And the problem with that argument is that everyone has experienced difficult moments in life. The judge isn't necessarily being cold or dismissive. They're simply focused on whether the defendant followed the conditions that were already placed on him. In a situation like this, being honest and taking responsibility may have been a much better strategy than reaching for an explanation that doesn't really connect to the violation.
I was still dealing with the grief of my parents. It could be months, years, days. Everybody deals with it different. And I was just barely getting over it. Like I was messing up to my life. So now that I'm here, I know stuff changed. And then she passed away in May. So I was still dealing with that too, like through them months. But like I said, I was going to work and doing this and then trying, and a lot of stuff was just overwhelming for me.
So your mom passed. How old are you?
28.
So you're 28 years old. Your mom passed. So what you do is you pick up a criminal case, and then you get placed on probation, and then you do not report.
Basically. And that was not the right way to go. But when you lose to somebody, you don't know what to do sometimes.
Well, I mean, not committing crimes. That's number one.
I mean, I know she wouldn't be proud of that either, but that was just, I guess, my way of rebelling and dealing with it, and not in the right way. So, but now I know my actions, and I know my family need me more out there now than ever.
So what have you done on probation?
What have I done
Yes.
for probation?
Yes.
Nothing.
All right. And this girlfriend you have, does she know that you're on probation?
Yes.
Did you tell her before you were arrested?
Yes.
And how many children does she have?
5.
And what are their ages?
Like 3, 5, 15, 19, and 20.
All right. And they all live with her?
No. Some live with the sister, some live with the grandparents, and then she had like 2.
And what 2 does she have? What are their
The
ages?
young ones, 3 and 5.
All right. And how long did you know her before you moved into a house with her?
Like a year, maybe 2.
And what's her name?
Rachel.
Rachel what?
Garza.
Probation, was there ever a TAP evaluation done for him or no?
No, Your Honor, he's absconded before we can do anything.
The court is going to deny the motion, alter and amend conditions to include a TAP evaluation, and that's to be done while he's in custody. There's to be no unsupervised contact with minors. I can tell you with regards to Rachel Garza, if she has all of these children and they're scattered, some with the sister, some with the grandmother, that tells me that there are some issues in her life and she's not taking care of her children. And it also tells me that somebody doesn't know she has the little ones. So what she does is she sees you and then moves you in. You're not having any unsupervised contact with minors. So that means that you will not be babysitting those children or any of that. If that occurs, that's a violation of your probation and a motion to revoke will be filed. Do you understand? And I'm going to want field visits 1 time per month, random. And we're going to do the UA hotline until further notice. Is there anything else from either side?
No, Judge.
No, Your Honor.
Probation, is there anything else that he needs?
Yes, Your Honor, I just want to make the court aware that you attempted to do field visits. However, the address on file that we have, it was not a good address. So we need to get a good address. And I would like to ask the court if we could do the weekly reporting for at least 30 days to.
Yes, we're going to do weekly reporting until further notice. You're going to provide them with an address that you live at. If you provide them with the incorrect address, probation, file a motion to revoke. Do you understand?
Yeah.
You are not to be address hopping because you are what people call on paper and people need to know where you are. And honestly, before you get involved in somebody's life with children, you need to get your life together. Your life is not together. So now you're bringing chaos to this Rachel Garza person who already has chaos in her life and can't even take care of her own children. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
And from here on out, you need to ask yourself, whenever you make a decision, whether or not that could result in you going to the state jail facility for 2 years. If it is, you need not do it. If it's a maybe, you need not do it. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, we're off the record. What's that mark on your face?
I don't know. Probably the sheets from Bear County.
Well, I'm sorry, what?
Probably the sheets from Bear County. They don't
Probably
wash
the what from Bear County?
the sheets.
The sheets?
Thank
All right, you need to get that checked out.
you.
All right, good luck to you.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Travis Banks of the state of Texas.
Defense?
Kim Gonzalez for Shannon Locke.
And are you Paul Andrew Martinez?
Yes, sir.
All right, do you have any objection to this attorney standing in for Mr. Locke?
No, Your Honor.
To the attorney, what is your relationship to the firm?
I'm an associate with the Locke Law Group, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. State, do you have any objections to this attorney being here as opposed to Mr. Locke?
No, Your Honor.
All right, I'm showing you what's entitled Motion to Enter Adjudication of Guilt and Revoke Community Supervision.
Violated condition number 15B on or about the 13th day of April 2023 in Bear County, Texas. The defendant, Paul Andrew Martinez, did then and there fail to comply with the instructions of the Bear County Community Supervision and Corrections Department sex offender program, and that the defendant was suspended from Martinez Counseling Services in violation of condition number 15B.
How do you plead to that, true or not true?
True, Your Honor.
State,
And the state will waive and abandon the further allegation.
any objections to the state's waivers?
No, Your Honor.
Did you understand by pleading a violation of 15B, the court could find it true, grant the motion, find you guilty, and sentence you up to 20 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine? Do you understand? Court will find 15B true. Is there an agreement?
Your Honor, the agreement and the state's recommendation, should Your Honor choose to follow it, is that the defendant begin treatment with a different counselor, and I think defense will be able to provide that counselor's name to the court, that the state ISF cognitive track be held in abeyance, and he has 30 days to get started with that new counselor.
Is that the agreement?
That is, Judge, and we're just asking that the conditions be altered and amended to reflect that he be allowed to seek treatment with Mark Harris as a provider for this particular treatment that's required of his probation.
All right. And is this Mark Harris approved by probation?
We will need to, his, practice, but there's no objection at this point for him to other.
All right. And why was he suspended from Martinez Counseling Service?
Your Honor, he missed an appointment. He had been under the weather and he is working. And so he had worked and gone home and not been feeling well and slept. He overslept, Judge. So he understands the magnitude of repercussions that comes with, but he is still working and trying to just give himself the best opportunity with a schedule that he can have some more control over, Judge.
All right. So probation, is there a missed appointment?
Your Honor, it is notated that on January 31st, he began his offender counseling with the counseling services of Brenda Martinez. On March the 1st, 2023, he is placed on zero tolerance for 6 months for not following the treatment contract and group rules. States that the defendant failed to complete required scheduled assignments, assessments, failed to show up on time for scheduled meetings, and had several unexcused absences for an event to conspire with a group member to approve his homework.
Then we get to the second defendant, who somehow manages to undermine the very program that's supposed to help him stay out of jail. That court-ordered treatment isn't optional. It's part of the conditions imposed by the court, and allegedly cheating the program means the defendant isn't genuinely participating in the process. That completely defeats the purpose of the treatment in the first place. And I don't think the judge's frustration is simply about paperwork or breaking some minor rule. The bigger concern is what the behavior suggests about whether the defendant is actually changed if the court orders someone into treatment because there are concerns about their behavior or risk. Then refusing to take that treatment seriously gives the court a reason to question whether anything is really improved. This isn't school where you're trying to earn a grade. The entire point is rehabilitation and public safety. And if the defendant isn't willing to participate honestly, jail can quickly become the alternative.
On April 5th of 2023, the defendant failed to show up for his scheduled group session with his counselor, which resulted in him being suspended for failing to progress toward a reasonable treatment goal.
All right. And does Martinez want him back? Will they accept him back?
And since it's a part of the recommendation, I'm going to say that they've already spoken to Martinez and they would accept it back.
So that's where you're going to be going. So I'm going to deny the motion, alter and amend conditions to include a 30-day jail sanction, and that's to begin today. And then you are to be re-referred to Martinez Counseling Service. Is there anything else you need from the court?
Your Honor, can I say one thing?
Sure. You want to raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes. In
All right.
reference
You can lower your hand. State your name for the record.
Paul Martinez.
All right. Have you talked to your attorney to see if they want you to speak?
Him doing his jail sanction on the weekends as
No.
opposed to.
All right. So, Mr. Martinez, in this court, there are consequences for actions. You're on deferred adjudication. Pick up the phone. Call somebody. I'm not feeling well. Do your homework. Don't get somebody else to approve your homework. There are consequences. So I'm not going to revoke you. I could revoke you and send you to prison for up to 20 years. That will be within the realm of possibility because you're on deferred adjudication and you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. So I'm not going to do that. I'm going to deny the motion. That's what both of you all wanted me to deny the motion. I'm going to alter and amend conditions to include a 30-day Bexar County jail sanction. That's going to start today. And you're going to be referred back to Martinez Counseling Service. Do you understand? All right. Is there anything else?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Thank you.
The contrast between these two cases really says it all. One defendant tried to rely on an old explanation for a recent violation, while the other allegedly treated an opportunity for rehabilitation like it was something he could simply manipulate. Judges can absolutely listen to genuine hardship, but that doesn't mean they'll overlook someone failing to follow court orders. Probation and treatment aren't simply favors being handed out. They're opportunities to prove that you can follow the rules and make better choices. And once someone shows a court that they don't take those opportunities seriously, those options can disappear very quickly. The system can be patient, but patience has limits when someone repeatedly demonstrates that they're unwilling to cooperate. And so what do you guys think? Did the second defendant deserve the jail time, or should the court have given him one more opportunity to complete treatment? Thanks so much for watching, guys. Make sure to like and subscribe, and as always, take care.